told me a lot of things that I didn't know before, and I'm so happy. Oh my goodness, it's a TV! Wow! I have never seen such a thing.
The room we are entering is called the Avesta room. In our collection, we keep the oldest Avesta manuscript in Iran. Because as you know, many years ago, it was very difficult to keep the Avesta in Iran, so the priest had to move the Avesta to India. And all the Avesta specialists in the world thought that there is no old manuscript in Iran. But the accidentally discovery of our collection changed their mind about Avesta manuscript. As you can see here, this is the oldest Avesta manuscript which has been found in Iran till now. It's about 400 years old, and it is written in Parsies. Avesta manuscripts are also written in Dindabire. This is the script called Dindabire or Avesta.
So you can read this?
Yes. And here we have some dishes and some of the tools which are used in the ceremonies. As you see in these bowls, we have the name of Mehraban Pulad Tirandaz engraved. Here you see a unique feature of the Zoroastrian architecture. We can come here. This area is called Chahar Peskan. Chahar means four and Peskan means platform. As you see here, we have four platforms here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This area of the house was somehow separated from the main part of the house. They had a special place for their prayers and their ceremonies. Because in Zoroastrianism, the matter of cleanness, being clean and avoiding dirt is so important. And they were so sensitive about this idea that they built a separate place in their houses so that they are sure that a person who is not clean cannot enter this place. This platform is called Peskan Mas. In Dari, Mas means big. Okay? And as you see, the ceiling of this Peskan platform is larger than the others. And this is the place where the priest sits and the table is set, and all the people sit around and they read Avesta. And the ceiling of this place is actually made by us because there is no ceiling in this part. Because of our manuscripts, we had to build this ceiling. In the ceremonies, we had all the four elements together. It means that the wind came from the above. We had water here. The sand is the soil is on the ground, and there was a fire here on this side, so that we had the four natural elements together in this place. And another point is that if you look at those paintings on the fourth side, I told you that our manuscript changed the manuscript studies of the world. Our collection has the only manuscripts in the world which are painted. In some parts, in some pages, we had some painting. These paintings are from our manuscripts, which are painted on the tiles here and shown. Okay, in this part of our museum, we try to show some of the Zoroastrian ceremonies which are held during the year. The first ceremony, which is actually a national ceremony, and it's not just specialized to the Zoroastrian, is the Nowruz ceremony. You see the Nowruz half-seen table. Zoroastrians have two Nowruz. They call the small Nowruz and the big Nowruz. Small Nowruz is from the first day of Farvardin to the 5th of Farvardin, and the big Nowruz is on the 6th day of Farvardin, which is the birthday of Ashur-Zarathustra. So on that day, we have a very big ceremony. We recite Avesta and have a big table. Yes. In the Zoroastrian calendar, each day has a name. And when the name of the day and the month are the same, we have a monthly celebration and ceremony. The first monthly celebration is the ceremony of Farvardingan, Jashn Farvardingan, which takes place on the 19th of Farvardin. This ceremony refers to belongs actually to the Fravahar and the soul of the dead people. So on this day, people go to the graveyard and they recite Avesta, and they try to do something in order to make the soul of their dead people happy. Actually, today is the Farvardingan, I should mention. Wow. We have a very big ceremony in the evening here.
Oh, yes, evening.
In addition to the monthly celebrations, we have some seasonal celebrations. There are 6 celebrations called Gahambar. Gahambar means the time to donate, the time that everyone shares his belonging with the other people. I told you that there are 6 ceremonies. Why 6? Because Zoroastrians believe that the universe was built in 6 stages. First was the creation of the sky, water, land, earth, plants, animals, and human. And in order to thank God for these creations, they make a ceremony. Here you see the Zoroastrian families, the priests who are reciting Avesta. You see a table. Everyone brings his sharing to this table. You know, according to your financial ability, you bring something to this ceremony. And all the people, rich and poor, sit together and use this table together. There is no difference between the poor and the rich. The night before the Gahambar ceremony, the priest goes to the fire temple. This room is located behind the fire room, which is called Yashtkhane. The priest goes to this place and recites Avesta and prepares the hum plant. Hum is a sacred plant in the Zoroastrian culture. So the priest prepares it, and the morning of Gahambar, the priest distributes this drink to the other people. The Abangan ceremony, Abangan is the ceremony which takes place on the day of Aban in month Aban. I told you when the name of the day and the month are the same. It takes place on the 10th of Aban. You see the Zoroastrian girls in their traditional costumes. They put the milk in the water. Milk is the symbol of good thoughts. And the message of this act is that we need to distribute good thoughts. We need to develop good thoughts. I should mention something about the Zoroastrian ceremonies. In all the Zoroastrian ceremonies, we have the table. Previously, we had the Hafsin table here, and today we have another table. In all the Zoroastrian ceremonies, we have the table. Actually, we call it sofre. Yes. Why? Because sofre in the Zoroastrian culture symbolizes mother and woman and earth, because it's the source of creation. That's why sofre is so important in the Zoroastrian culture, and we have it, and it is repeated in all the ceremonies. For example, here we have the ceremony of the martyrdom of Zarathustra, which is on the 5th of day. You see, we have a table. And some items which are repeated in all the tables. Actually, Zarathustra, when he was 77 years old, was killed by the Turanis in the Balkh fire temple. And on this day, you see the Mubeds, they recite Avesta, and we have a big ceremony. This is the Sadeh ceremony, which takes place on the 10th of Bahman. According to the stories of the legends of Shahnameh, one day, actually the Sadeh refers to the discovery of fire by Hushang Shah. And on this day, again, you see the priests reciting Avesta, and we have a very beautiful fire. Another ceremony is called Sepandar Mazgan, or the Day of Mothers. You see the traditional costume of the Zoroastrian women. On these days, the women don't work in the house, and they receive some gifts from their family members, their husband and children. You see the Tower of Silence, or Dakhmeh here. According to the Zoroastrian doctrine, when someone dies, his body is dirty, and we should do something in order to remove this dirt. If we dig the dead person in the earth, we somehow make the earth dirty, so we should avoid this. In the past, Zoroastrian made some structure, and during a ceremony they moved the corpse to this part, and the corpse was put there for a while. After 3 or 4 days, when the vulture came and used the flesh of the dead person, someone who was called Nanasasalar was in charge of destroying the bones. So they put some acid on the bones and they destroyed it, so that the story of a person was finished here. But 50 years ago, because of the development of the cities, this custom was abandoned by the government, and as you saw previously, now the Zoroastrians, the same as Muslims, they have some graves, yes. This is the ceremony called Panji, which takes place on the 5 final days of the year. Zoroastrians believe that during the 5 days of the year, the soul of their dead people come to the earth and they go to their houses and visit their family members. That's why the house should be clean and everywhere should be light and happiness. And during these days, during the 5 days, people have gahambar in their houses and they have ceremonies. They are very happy, and on the night of the last day, the people go to the roofs and they make a fire in order to send their souls to the other world, in order to say goodbye to their souls. This is the night before the Nowruz. I should mention that Zoroastrians have a lot of ceremonies during the year. They are a lot. As I show you, they had a special place in their house for the ceremony. So it means that the ceremonies are so important that they built a special place for doing the ceremonies. In this part, we only show some of the ceremonies because we didn't have any place to show all of them. So we try to choose some of the most important ones and show them to them.
I'm so excited. I did love this place. As you know, I'm a big fan of Zoroastrianism. It's one of the coolest religion ever. You know, they told me a lot of things that I didn't know before, and I'm so happy I can express my feelings. I hope you liked it too. And if you had any questions, please be sure to ask me in the comment section. I will definitely answer them. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you. Let's go. Come. Okay, here is something like a photography stadium. You can take photos with traditional clothes and traditional decoration. Wow. Oh my goodness, it's a TV. Wow. I have never seen such a thing. So cool. Guys, look at me. We call this kursi. You know, people sit around it. Oh my goodness! There are cameras! Wow! Antique cameras! And a radio! Oh. It's so cool! Guys, Mr. Markar! And his man security.
به خوشنودی اهورامزدا من سپاسگزار هستم از شما دوستان بزرگوار و توضیحی بدم در مورد این مجموعه که 7 سال طول کشید که ما تونستیم هم از نظر ساختمان هم از نظر اسناد و از یکایک دوستان بزرگوارانی که کمکم کردن، استاد بزرگوار خانم دکتر غلامی، همسر عزیزم موزیکال نژاد و دیگر دوستان که کمک کردن، همراهی کردن در چیدمان خانم جمالی و دیگر افرادی که همراهی کردن. این مجموعه تشکیل شده از اسناد، نسخ و اشیایی که همه خط دارن، همه به دست نوشته شده. ما در همین مکان قدیمی ترین اوستا رو داریم، نمایش آداب و رسوم دینی رو داریم و از همه مهمتر نشان از زندگی مسالمت آمیزی که در گذشته بین زرتشتیان و همیهنان مسلمان، زرتشتیان و مسیحیان و دیگر ادیان وجود داشتن. همه رو به نمایش گذاشتیم. دستخط‌های قدیمی همه مدل هستش در اینجا، ولی خب سختی‌های بسیاری داشتیم. دوستانی که خیلی کمک کردن، همراهی کردن، آقای زرعدوجی و دیگر افراد، آقای برجاوند و افرادهای مختلف که کمک کردن، همراهی کردن، ما رو تونستیم اینجا رو برپا کنیم. و از همه مهمتر نگهداری این اسناد خیلی مهم است و بهتر بگم در همین یزد، در همین محله موبدان، جایی که همیشه موبد وجود داشته، جایی که خونه‌های موبد اجرای مراسم و اون احترامی که به نسخه ها، آداب و رسوم و مراسم ها میگذاشتن امروزه نیستن متاسفانه و به دست فراموشی داره سپرده میشه و از طرف این مورد سرقت قرار میگیره. این بسیار برای ما سخت است وقتی که این اشیا، وقتی که این نسخه ها، وقتی که کتاب اوستا، وقتی که کتاب های دینی، وقتی که نامه های آیینی و مذهبی، نامه های زندگی گم میشه و بعد به دست فراموشی سپرده میشه. من از یک باره که دوستان و بزرگوارانی که میتونن با ما همیار باشن، همراهی بکنن در هر زمینه‌ای، در هر گونه و مدلی که بتونن همیاری بکنن، واقعا دستشون رو میبوسم و همینطور از یک باره که مسئولین کشورم واقعا سپاسگزاری میکنم، چون واقعا اونها هم همراهی کردن منو که تونستیم اینجا رو نگه داریم و هر کسی در هر کجای دنیا با هر دین و آیین و مذهب و فرهنگی که باشه بتونه همراهی بکنه این موزه رو، واقعا ازش سپاسگزار هستم، چون نگه داشتن تاریخ گذشته این کشور، این شهر و این مرز و بوم، این آیین، این دین و اون زندگی مسالمت آمیزی که وجود داشته برای آیندگان بسیار ارزشمند هست که ما چه بودیم و چه هستیم و چه خواهیم همه در کنار هم همیار باشیم و راستی رو گسترش بدیم. سپاسگزارم. دلخوش و